what's up you guys, this is IslaBunny12 here, back with another video, and today I decided to do a little bit different. Today I wanted to review some theories, some Easter eggs, and some background of what I think of the final Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared video. It is the final one, it just came out today, and I am so excited. I already watched this many times, I already looked for Easter eggs, I tried coming up with theories, I even looked a couple times at the comments trying to gain a couple theories, and I think I have the general idea. I'm pretty sure of it. So without further ado, I'm going to pause like in between so that way I'm not playing the video because I don't want to play the video, I don't want to be disrespectful and play the video. I'm just going to show little screenshots as much as I can. If I need to do quick pauses like throughout the video and show little clips, then I will. But other than that, I give full credit to these guys who created Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Full credit. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so immediately what I want to point out is all the Easter eggs laying around the room. Now, first you have the original picture frame of them. You actually have the original teacher clock, except without the eyes and everything. You have him sitting right next to the picture frame. You have the original sailboat and everything, all the little knickknacks such as the cactus. You have the sailboat over here. You have 19th of June as always. You also have the globe that is hidden in the corner. And you also have the food chart of the person that is hanging up on the wall, also based from one of the episodes. You have the picture of the mountains, which is also in a couple episodes. You, of course, always have the striped hat. You have the little rat hole in the corner underneath the chair. And then you also have the little thing that says Ratty, and it's a food bowl in the corner. Oh, and also you have the little box that has the googly eyes on it. Okay, let's continue. And around this point is basically when the yellow guy is actually laying in bed and he's crying. And basically realizing that, you know, his friends are gone. And I'll actually play like this little thing where he actually like realizes like, okay, they are not here anymore. He's looking through a photo book of him and his friends, and he's finally realizing it's like, yeah, they're disappearing. Because if you remember in the last Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, they kept thinking that something was missing, but they couldn't figure it out, and Manny couldn't figure out that the red guy was missing. And so I'll play this little thing right here.
I miss you.
He basically realizes that they're gone. Absolutely gone. He's opening his eyes that something is going on. At this point is basically where he's trying to go to sleep, and now the lamp comes alive. It's like going to talk about dreams. It's like, oh yeah, you know, we're going to discuss like about nighttime and everything. And
Hey, no.
he basically, the other guy does not want to hear it. And he keeps persisting him.
How can you be sleepy if you don't know how to have dreams?
And now basically here, you already know what the lamp is going to try and discuss and force into his head. And the more that he's trying to force it into his head, the more the yellow guy is like, no, I don't want to learn this. Because he's finally realizing that every time when a new teacher comes along and tries to teach him these things, he finally realizes that these people are bad. These people are trying to teach them something wrong. Also, I want to point out that originally he was on this shelf and all the knickknacks are on here, and now none of the knickknacks are there and it's replaced with a stack of books over there. So let's keep going. And basically at this point, he's already sent him into the world where he's teaching him, trying to teach him about dreams. And here there's plenty of Easter eggs, such as the notepad. You have the camera from the 4th episode, you have the clock, and if you can see right underneath the camera, you can see the legs of the bird. And as you keep going, you can see the red guy out in the corner. And as he's opening up his mind and saying that dreams are a movie that you have in your head, you can see Roy, or his father, sitting in what looks like a movie theater. As they continue on, I gotta point out where Easter egg. There is another little hole right there. You have the picture of the bird guy, you have 19th of June, and you also have the painting of the clown. And this time it is for once not covered in oil. It is not covered like how in the first episode where they painted over it, and through the episodes after that, it basically showed the painting ruined. But in this shot, it's actually back to the way it was. And now, basically in this shot, now there's even more Easter eggs. There is Malcolm, the god that they celebrated. There's the entrance into the computer world. There is a little butterfly sitting on there, sitting on a tree, which symbolizes it. You have the picnic in the background from one of the episodes. And if you can see, there's Roy standing in the phone booth. And as I continue to play this, you can, gotta go back a little bit. You can actually, for a split second, if I can get this right, you can see the missing sign is right there of them. And also behind my cam, if I can move this, you can actually see the little computer thing that was registered in the second episode. And around this part, if you look closely, before everything changed, you can actually see that there's lights and everything around. So it basically shows that it is a set. It's basically a whole set. It is not real. And then immediately it changes and it goes back to the regular room, and you can see everything fold up and become a dream. And another, also more Easter eggs, you can see 19th of June again. I'm going to move my cam. 19th of June again. If my cam's not moving, it's behind my cam. You can see 19th of June. You can see the cactus again. They're back in the original household, and you can also see the rat hole again. And, you know, he keeps begging, basically saying, like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to learn it. Also, more Easter eggs I wanted to point out. You can see the back scrub. That was from one of the episodes. And from the episode before this, you can actually see the drawing of the bird guy with his eyes crossed out and the red guy outside. And basically around here is now the red guy waking up at his job. And, you know, in the echo of it, it keeps saying Roy. It keeps saying Roy, and it keeps going back. And when he wakes up, it basically shows his boss about to file a file. And as he's trying to do that, he's saying, well, you know, can you imagine if the file came alive and everything and started singing and dancing?
I am a file and you put documents in me.
Basically, throughout this, they keep looking at him like, okay, he's crazy. What is he talking about? Like, this is not what you do in the adult world. And around this point is basically where he gets up on stage, he removes his suit, and basically he starts singing the original song from the first episode ever, saying, what's your favorite idea, and trying to recreate everything that happened.
I just try to think creatively. When you look at this orange, tell me please.
And again, they're still looking at him like, what are you doing? And basically what this is symbolizing is that he's trying to go back to the way it was, because living in the real world now, he's realizing that everyone's kind of being the same. Everyone's already in reality, and he misses having his friends around where basically, you know, he may have been under control, but he at least was with them, and he doesn't like how everything has turned boring and bland and has nothing at all. As he continues on, you eventually see Roy sitting in the background watching him. And now here, basically, he's just going through all these different things, and now he's sucked back into that mindset, back into the world, because now since he went back to doing originally what they were forcing him to do, he basically got sucked back into it, and now he's trying to look for everyone. And then you see this machine, which is basically looks like a control panel, and you can see that it's going back to like showing how the yellow guy is getting controlled by this guy the entire time. As the red guy presses it, you can immediately see that it goes back to going back through all these things, and it goes back to every button that he presses will bring back everything that they taught them. And and the yellow guy actually starts to realize this. And if you can listen closely.
Time when you got old like history. Stuck in the past went into a mystery. You made me die.
He says, he clearly states that it's like, you made me die. He's realizing that this is all a nightmare. This is all not supposed to happen. And as May continues to press the buttons, see, now we're back to the computer. And as he keeps going, there is the butterfly. There goes the meat guy all over again. And there's the can from the original episode. And it goes back to the duck showing up for a few seconds. And then after that, we have all these different teachers that were supposed to come into the episode, but now it's just like everything that the media had planned on trying to dig into their brains with, that's basically all stored in this one control panel, and this is what the red guy's figuring out, that this is all not real. This is all just basically everything sucking up into someone's mind. And now you can slowly see that everything is taking control. And then you see a hand touching it, and it ends up being Roy's. And he comes out of the shadows. And originally, it's like, you kind of get the vibe that it's like he's going to do something to them. And now you can see the yellow guy is basically on the screen, basically losing the lack of sleep, and he's suffering. And he's finally realizing it's like, this is a trap. It's like, you know, you could see everything. And now what it looks like, Roy is actually pointing to a plug. And then immediately as they went to go pull the plug, then he's like wondering what's going to happen. And immediately when it gets plugged, now even more things to look at. Now you still have the mouse hole, of course. The cactus is gone and is replaced with a plant. And everything else in the room is gone. And if you look at them, they've all changed color. And if you remember back to the first episode where they discussed their favorite color, and they said blue, red, and green, and they have gone back to being the creative people that they were. And it immediately shows 19th of June, which eventually gets placed and is now officially erased. And then it goes back to the notepad, which is more goofy looking this time. Now, is this an Easter egg that eventually they're going to try and go back to doing that? Or are they finally free, and is the notepad goofy and going to allow them to do exactly what they want now? Because now their original color. They are now the color that they want to be. The yellow guy is now officially green, and immediately they said that green was not a creative color, and now he can be any color that he wants to. And now they are back what I believe was supposed to be their original form. And basically what I think the whole entire thing with this episode was finally escaping the media. And immediately when the red guy wanted to try and go back, he realized that this is basically taking control of everything, and if I don't stop this now, then they're going to continue to be trapped in there. And basically unplugged the source of the media, unplugged the plug to the computer, basically bringing them all back into reality and bringing them all back as one. So yeah, basically that's about it. That is all I can really say. That is basically every Easter egg that I found. That is basically everything I could come clue to. That originally it was supposed to, this whole episode was about dreams. Originally, it was supposed to be about teaching them, like, you know, dreams are pictures that go on through your head and everything. And, you know, but, you know, the yellow guy didn't want to know that. He didn't want to know anything that was going on. And eventually it led to pulling the plug of the computer and ending it all and bringing them back into reality. And that's about it. That is all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've always wanted to do something like this. Leave a comment down below. Like this video, please subscribe. And go subscribe to the original makers of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I will put a link down below for this. It is such a great video. They did such a great job. And that's about it. And I will see you guys in the next time. Bye!